Welcome to Electroland, an e-moto compound built by Electroland Company for the specific purpose of research and development and fun having of electric moto. The tiny home village is almost complete. The track is tracking and the ramps are ramping, and in between the rain, we have Surronster here to help us test some RTR Mod Motors. So let's get into it and see what he thinks. We're going? Okay, welcome.
We're live, baby.
Welcome to
Vlog's
Electroland. Vlog 5?
Something like
Vlog
that.
5. I'm just going to say it.
We'll call it 5.
We'll call it number 5. We got Surronster here today. So these bikes are modded with all Noisy Cricket controllers, but different kilovolt motors. So they have different windings with different nominal RPMs. Surronster here is gonna give us his opinion on which one he thinks is best. We're gonna get on it, see which one we think is best, and then eventually there will be one winner. So let's see what happens. Let's go! Somehow we have to fit 4 bikes in a mini truck. I honestly feel like we could do it. So I guess we just start doing.
Dude, so cool.
Yeah, dude, let's just throw one more in there for good measure.
That's badass.
We'll just throw one strap over the top. This is not recommended. Everything's getting destroyed by doing this, but whatever, it's fine. Just a couple of bikes, a little bit of dirt and some plastic would be okay.
Dude, this is so
There you go,
cool.
that's a brick of bikes right there.
We could totally fit another one. This is awesome. It's good proof of concept right here.
We should have put one more, then they couldn't.
I was gonna say, that might have been the difference. We're out.
We're sending it.
Almost lost you there.
Yeah, dude, I would have been like, that's like nearly frozen water, bro. It's very uncomfortable.
Alright.
Can I just say I said this was a bad idea? This is how you haphazardly stack bikes on top of each other and fuck up all your shit. I'm releasing a 3-step video next week on the YouTube.
Triple GoPro battery methodology right there. Never lose them, and then when they run out, you put them in the other sock. Charged batteries, uncharged batteries. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is stock, 3 are modded. Let's see which one wins. It's not really a competition. It's more like which one feels the best, which one gives you the fizz.
Nice, I like that. Here we are on the stock RTR. This bike just doesn't even need to be upgraded. That's the craziest thing about what we're doing right now. So we're upgrading a bike that doesn't need it, but there we go. That's the stock bike, plenty of power. Definitely got the refresher, and I'm already a little nervous for making this any stronger, but here we go. Let's see how it feels. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Holy shit. Whoa. And we got a higher top speed too. Crazy how much it pops up the wheel.
So definitely all of them will have more torque in general.
Okay.
So we got to try to feel like which one has the best blend of performance. Yeah, so they're all going to feel more torquey, which is great. So anyone that's upgraded, they're definitely going to get more torque.
Huge. And you can see they're upgraded because we're running a different throttle. It doesn't have the 3-mode switch on the original RTR. Wow. This bike really wakes up with the controller and motor upgrade. I would say it's a little less torquey than the Surronster Ride Red bike I just tested. Just a little bit less on the low end, and then, but you keep it in the high end a little bit more. Also crazy torque. Maybe a little bit less low end torque than the modded red bike, but you do feel it a little bit more in the higher end. There is a different feel to these different motors. I would say the red one felt a little torquier on the low end, but this one keeps it a little more on the high end. Let's see what the third one feels like. Look at this. Yeah, the blind test is interesting because so much of a riding experience is just based on your expectations. So I don't know what to expect on these. Thank you.
No worries.
So this is the third modded bike with the motor and controller, slightly different motor from the other two. And it's important to say that the colors here make no difference. The red plastics from Ronster Rides versus the white plastics from Electro & Co. are not affecting this test. Blind test modified RTR. Okay, less torque off the low end. Didn't pop the front wheel up. But I can tell the top speed's higher on this bike because it's still pulling. Whoa, 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 it pops up the wheelie at a way higher top speed. So it has more torque at a higher speed as opposed to all at the low end. I mean, still tons of torque. Look how it pops up. Wow. Okay, this might be my favorite one. It's got just as much torque as the other two. Maybe a little bit less torque on the low end, but there's so much on the low end on those, it's okay to have a little bit less, but then you get more torque at the high end. So I just popped a wheelie at like 20, 30 miles an hour. The first, second, and third bike I just tried. I said the first bike has the most low end torque. The third bike has the most high end torque.
Yes.
And what feels like the highest top speed. How am I looking on that guess?
So this is the highest top speed motor. You are correct. To me, right off the bat, it felt the best. The red bike actually has the middle RPM motor.
Okay.
And the other bike has the lower RPM. So you had those a little mixed up.
Interesting.
They are similar. I say you did pretty good. The fact that you're able to pick what I perceive to be the best feeling and single it out as the higher RPM. Yeah, I mean, it goes to show that just on feeling alone, equal kilowatts, equal everything, the windings of the motor and how motor constructed absolutely is something you can feel, you know? If we're talking about what's the difference between this mod motor and a stock motor, the internal stator and rotor are longer. The laminations are thinner, so it's more efficient. 30°C higher temperature, which means it can take more abuse, it's more efficient, and there's more motor internally, so it's a fairly significant upgrade. I'm already leaning this way, but we need to go put them out in the dirt and see how we feel about that.
That's it, the dirt's next. Let's keep the test going.
My recommendation will be to ride the stock bike for a few laps.
Nice.
If you haven't ridden the track before,
Yep.
kind of get your sea legs, maybe take a few and then proceed.
Let's do it. Maybe I'll trail someone. I'll trail you.
Okay.
And then you show me the route. Oh my God, I'm so excited. My first dirt ride at Electroland. Hell no. This thing's huge.
This is all downhill. Dude, if you just go off of it at like 10 miles an hour, you're making it.
Sick.
So.
I'm hitting this shit. Get this shit, Todd. No way! Easy. That's too easy. That's too easy. That's awesome. That is so fun. And I'm on the stock bike.
I skied myself on the first lip. Jesus.
First time I've ridden like this and I totally see the appeal. All right, I got to take out the Ronster edition here. Among the three modified bikes, this is the one right in the middle between prioritizing torque versus RPM.
Yes.
Let's go. And then I'll take out the one that we both agree is probably the best motor.
Yes.
Whoa, hella slipping out. Too much power. I can't handle that. Somebody else can, but not me. It really wakes up the bike. With some supermoto wheels on here, then I'd be in my element.
Probably a lot of guys don't realize how much talent this guy actually has. You don't just hop off the street doing wheelies and come out here and clear a double. Like, you just don't.
Thank you, Oz. I appreciate that. I'll jump on the one that we think's the best, because that's the thing. Like, you can have all the power in the world, but it's really about how you can manage it.
Yes.
And I think the high RPM motor manages it the best, because it's not giving you all the power on the low end. It's giving you throughout the
More
speeds
linear.
you're increasing.
You want to trail me?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if I can keep up.
Should I go fast actually, or should I stay in the shot?
What, you're saying if you go fast, you'll come out of the shot? Huh? You don't think I can keep up? Huh?
I mean, I wasn't trying to insult you. Or
I took it as an insult, and I'm gonna prove you wrong. Go as fast as you can, buddy. I'll be in your ass. In your ass. Oh, I'll be on your ass.
Brakes need adjustment, but okay.
Excuses already. That's crazy. Oh shit. Man, I already lapped you? What's going on? You were going too slow, it threw me off my rhythm. Spun out in the berm, but you just gotta go a little faster next
But by that time, you had already came around, dude.
Just go a little faster this time, okay? You're hella messing up the flow, dude.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I'll show you the way. You ready? You follow me. Oh, shit. I would think the jumps are like the hardest thing for me, but it's just making these turns without sliding out. So, I agree. I think this is the best bike now, both in the street and in the dirt. It's more manageable.
We have to try the most torquey setup now.
Putting it in the highest power mode. Maximum torque. I have so little confidence on this one. I'm like so in my head about it.
It's like jumping out of your hands, right?
Yeah, it's really difficult. Yeah. You're taking a bike that already has enough power for its size, and you're giving it way more. And I can barely control it as it is, so I definitely can't handle this one. Someone can handle it. In an environment like this, where I would say you want a good amount of low-end torque.
Yes.
A rider that can handle this, would they want this absurd amount in an environment like this?
Probably not, just because of how fast it runs out. Like this one will be run out. It's starting to run out before you even get to the tabletop.
Yeah.
Versus where that one, it'll just keep pulling.
Yes.
Maybe the in-between is like something to consider in my mind. This one, after riding them all, I feel like this one is just so much punch right away. It actually makes it difficult to really ride the bike. And then now I'm having a hard time riding it. So it's like two negatives. I don't get that high speed and it's hard to ride. So it's like,
yes,
you know.
Exactly. Now I'm eager to get back on that one and rip around the rest of the property here, because this is just unbelievable. And then we'll come back and we'll pump up that airbag. We're going off trail. Oy, oy, oy. With all this extra power, it's so hard to control. Just because I'm in the dirt. Put some supermotors on this, I'm gonna be a monster. I love how red the dirt is here against the green grass. It's just beautiful. Even though I'm still sliding out like crazy. They had some insane rains lately. That's why all the trees are down. We're running into some goats. We're hurting the goats. Are they faster than the RTR?
Getting dark, almost time to head in. We've just been hitting the ramps, the airbag. Surronster hit an airbag. Sick, bro.
Thank you.
Honestly, super fun day, super productive. We tested the 3 motors out. I'm curious to hear what you think.
As far as the upgrades we've been talking about, definitely my favorite's the highest RPM motor. Sounds like a 6,500 RPM. It just has the best feel throughout your increase in speed. It's not all there at the bottom. Although it is really fun having it all there at the bottom, which it still does. All of them were blowing me away because the original RTR just doesn't really need it. Really fun as it is. So once we're punching more power into it, it's really blowing me away, but my favorite was the high RPM motor for sure.
I'm not personally surprised. If you were surprised, let us know. Who should we get out? I believe I asked Zay. Zay, you want to come out and see?
Challenge.
Otherwise, we're going to get Josh One out here. He's our engineer and pro rider. He's going to have the final say. So stay tuned on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram for more information about this mod kit. But for today, that's it. The sun's going down, so we gotta go. If you've watched Surronster's video, then you already know that we're giving one of these bikes away. All you have to do to be eligible is comment on this video below and subscribe to the Electroland Company YouTube channel. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be selecting the winner, so stay tuned on the vlogs to see who's going to take this thing home.